In JavaScript, a while loop lets you repeat a block of code as long as a certain condition is true. Let's see how this works. Suppose we have a variable count, and we want to count from 0 to 5, logging each number along the way. We could increment count and then log it each time manually, but this would be time consuming, especially for more complex tasks. This is where a while loop can help us. To accomplish this with a while loop, we use the while keyword, followed by parentheses containing the condition that needs to be true for the loop to execute. In this case, the condition is count less than 6. Finally, we use curly brackets to surround the block of code that will run each time the loop executes. At first, it might seem like we can just console.log count, but if we don't change the count variable within the loop, it would cause an infinite loop. The condition count less than 6 would always be true, and the loop would never stop, eventually causing the computer to crash. To fix this, we increment our count variable at the end of each loop iteration. Now, if we run this code, we see it logs numbers from 0 to 5. Let's take a closer look at what's happening when this code executes. On the first iteration, before the loop executes, the condition is evaluated. In this case, count is 0, which is less than 6, so the condition is true, and we move into the block of code. The count is logged and then incremented by 1. The loop continues this process until count is no longer less than 6. At that point, the loop exits and the program moves to the next line of code. JavaScript also has a do-while loop, which works similarly to a while loop, but with one key difference. The block of code is guaranteed to run at least once because the condition is checked after the code runs instead of before. Let's look at an example. We'll add a console.log after the while loop to show when the loop has exited, and we'll change our starting count to 6. When we run this code, we see loop completed immediately, and the count is never logged to the console. This is because when the while loop is encountered, the condition count less than 6 is evaluated to false, so the loop is skipped. Now, if we change this to a do while loop and run the code again, we see 6 is logged, and then the loop exits. Here, the code is run first, so 6 is logged to the console and then incremented to 7. Then the condition is checked, which evaluates to false because 7 is not less than 6, and the loop exits. And that's a wrap on while loops. They're great for game logic or receiving user inputs. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Thanks for tuning in, and until next time, happy coding.